What's in there for me? What's in here? Hello. Oh, yeah, you can see it. That's right. Yeah, I haven't shaved my beard yet, but I have to tomorrow. I can't work with the beard. That's just life, you know? Exactly. It's not long now. 20 more years. What are you doing? No. What's wrong? What? I don't have your ball. Where's your ball? It's not in my hand. Where is it? Where is it? Is it down there? Oh, it is down here. Holy shit. There you go. Is this your ball? Is this your ball? Do you want me to throw it? You want me to throw your ball? Alright, we'll go get it. Not gonna bring it back? Come on. Okay. You're just missing one now of the next cell. Now that's she has this ball that she loves, and I had to buy a bag full of them, all the same, because they're made out of foam, and she chews them up. So I bought like a bag of 20. So every time she chews one up, I just replace it for a new one. But she sleeps with that ball, and she comes and brings it to me to the couch. See, I'll show you the ball. See the ball? Do you see it? This ball right here. See this ball right here? This is her ball. This is her ball. It's in the stream. See right here? This is her ball. See, you can't see on the stream. Yeah. It's on the stream. It's right here. I kind of just go to my channel. Do you see it? You see the ball? Do you see the cat trying to reach for the ball? That that's her ball. Have 20 of these. Have 20 of these. If I throw the ball, she's gonna bring it back to me. Go on. Now I'll be playing here, and she'll eventually break the ball, so I can toss it again. That's how she plays. She sleeps with that ball. That's her ball. So here she comes again. Now, Cavalinia. Cavalinia. She wants to play with it by herself. She'll eventually bring the ball in here to the couch. Here she comes. Annika? Annika? Here she is. With the ball. Here's the ball again. See? Nala. Nala. And she goes and get it, and she brings it back. That's how she plays. If she wants attention, that's what she does. She go gets her ball and puts it on my lap and waits for me to throw it. She's very pretty. She's a hurricane. She's a fucking hurricane. She destroys everything. But yeah, she's very pretty. She is cute as all hell, but god dang. Pretty much. I mean, that about sums up the existence of Nala. What do you do? It's stuck in her claw. Okay, that's hilarious. I'm gonna leave it. No, I'm gonna leave it. She has to learn how to take it off herself. She did. If you throw that ball under the couch, I ain't getting it. Just letting you know. Okay. Don't you do it. Okay, am I capped for the week? Let's take a look. I am indeed. So no more roulettes for me. No, I'm capped on weekly tombstones. Don't need to do the weeklies. What I can do, still need 100 and... That's your ball. Oh, there's... Well, there's... there's a thingy, there's a trick to it, because I don't know if you noticed, but all of those areas are instanced. So you should be on instance 1. Which area are you at? Okay, living heritage. Wait, living memory, that's heritage found, right? Oh, okay. Hold on. I just popped a dungeon. But I think those areas are instanced, which means you can go to a main meteorite and change to another instance, and the fates are all active. Now remember, they're the regular number of fates. It's just we just think it's too few because we're farming them, so we kill them really fast. Yeah. I, I I'm not sure if that's in place, but I think it is. Yeah, you just right click, I think, on the main Eaterite, and you'll have an option that says switch instance, I think. I have to look at it, but it's something like that, and you can switch to like a second instance, and then the fates. Yeah, what you can do is sometimes there's other people farming fates, and you get the fates killed really fast because of it, and you have to wait for like a minute or two until they respawn. It's not it's not too bad. We only noticed that the respawn rate is not ideal because we're just farming them. If you didn't care about the fates, you know, they would be up all the time. Yeah. That's it. Okay, let's try not to get killed on this one. Okay. I got it. Okay, I'm not dead. That's good news. Oh, hello, Barnabas. Alright, fellas, let's go kill us a Frankenstein monster. You got it? Or gathering faith. Oh, it's the ones that you have to pick stuff off the ground. That tree is actually branching out. It's planting its exactly. I'm not one for drama, but I think that tree is a plant. Baby, we don't know. We don't know. It could be a faker. It could be a very big weed. If you see Jack, We don't know. We don't know. At this point, there's no evidence against or for. Oh, yeah. You have trouble breathing in real life? Is that what you're saying? That's not good. Well, there goes bless you thing, because if it went to shit, it's not a blessing. Serious conspiracy theory. I dub onto the blessing of not breath. Oh, hold on. Yeah. That would be very cool. I agree with this. Make it so. No. No, I'm not. I know a church where I can steal it from. I mean, they're not going to use it. It's in the window. I mean, shit. Yeah, nobody goes there. They're not going to miss it. I mean, it doesn't have air conditioning. It's just create a small draft. I'm sure the priest will appreciate it. I mean, he has all those robes and shit. That shit must be hot. Yeah. I'd be like, see, he's a sinner because he's burning up in the middle of church. Right? I was like, I didn't steal it, he did. Oh, I don't believe you. Well, I'm not the one burning in the middle of church. That's a lie if I ever saw one. Yeah, I was like, I'm fine. Exactly. There you go. They'll be like, wait, is there someone picking? No, I'll just say, look, it's no one stealing the glass. It's because the priest is sinner. That's why he's burning up, and Jesus is taking the glass back. That's it. It was a rapture. We're rapturing the glass. They need glass up there. I don't know. Yeah, in the Heavenly Kingdom, there's lack of glass. Okay, there's no glass. Oh yeah, Jesus was a carpenter. It takes years of training and, you know, honing and stuff. And you have to like buy all that gear. You basically have to have like a whole workshop just to work a little bit of, you know, metal. And then you have to buy. Then you have to buy the iron. Yeah. Yeah, that's just, you know, that's a lot of time. Exactly. Well, you could always say that's what. Well, I'm not a blacksmith content creator. Well, because I don't know how. Because I don't know how to blacksmith. No. You know, I just play video games and they have like these virtual blacksmiths that you could come in here. Oh, no, that's the big ones, not the small ones like I do, like I am. I'm very small. Yeah, that's small. Yeah, yeah, it is. Have you ever heard of a guy called PewDiePie? No, he has like 10 million. Markiplier. He doesn't. He's like this really big. I mean, at some point, there's just too many to reply. He's super famous. He actually retired from YouTube. He is the most successful gamer that ever walked the platform. He's, yeah, he made an entire career, made a lot of money, then retired. Now he's actually Swedish, if I'm not mistaken. He's there's the mosquitoes just die of, yeah, they just die of. Well, it's that might be very worrisome. I mean, oof, that's tough. Well, get, Oh, okay. I got it. I know who he is. A penis ball. Well, not a... I am not aware of the penis ceremony. Wow, okay. That sounds like a good... Huh. Sounds, sounds like he got shafted on that one. I mean, I'm very heavily into puns. I like puns. Most people don't like puns. I like puns. That's awesome. Wow, okay. Mm. Okay. You know, it could be worse. I had a friend for a while. I had lost contact with him. He was mute and deaf. Okay, but he was pretty funny. Okay, so and his wife was also the same thing. So is his children. He was like a family of four. All right. And one time I asked him, "Look, I've seen you guys argue, and it looks pretty violent. It looks like one of them kung fu movies, right?" And he told me when he wants to stop the argument, he turns off the light. And I fell from my chair laughing because it makes sense. Because if you turn off the light, the sign language, yeah, the instant silence. And I was like, dude, that's That's fucking retarded. He's like, but it worked. Oh, she one up them. When he tried to do that the second time, she attached glow sticks to her arms. It didn't work. And he's like, she wouldn't shut up. He turned off the light and she wouldn't fucking shut up. And I was like, dude, that's what you get for being an asshole. So he's like, sometimes it looks like a rave party's going on because we're all talking to each other in the dark. Okay? And there's a bunch of glow sticks like flying in different directions. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I do not, but you need to film that and send me a clip. Because it probably looks insane. It probably looks like Star Wars in the dark, like two lightsabers going at each other. He's also the same guy that asked me, you know how white I am? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I'm so white I glow in the dark. Oh, Jesus Christ. What, glow in the dark? I glow in the dark? Oh my god, I'm not that white. That's hilarious. That's worrisome. That's worrisome. Oh man, I glow in the dark. That's crazy. Like streams? Damn. Probably. You special tomatoes. No, they're not. They're just sun-dried. You know that tomatoes are slang for testicles in Portuguese, right? Okay, now you learned something new. So when they're sun-dried, they're just old people tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like all full of wrinkles and shit. Super disgusting. Or like my grandpa used to say, imagine one of them old leather bags. That's what it looks like after a certain age. And I was like, holy shit, dude. Why would you tell me that? I'm 14. And it's like, you need to learn now. Because later it won't be a surprise. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It, did you raise my mom? And he's like, sure did, son. It doesn't feel like you raised her. It's just, god dang. I'm pretty sure she didn't have use for the testicle conversation. Is like with her is figuratively. You know what I'm saying? They're there. But they are just, a construct of your mind. I was like, holy shit. Don't philosophize, please. And like, speaking of philosophy, did you know that people need to, when they go to the bathroom, they should wash their hands before and after? And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. And he's like, sure does. Because it's dirty outside. It was like, okay, old man, you're starting to get creepy. It's not creepy until I get caught. Am I right? I was like, oh my goodness. No, it's definitely creepy. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We're just out here in the woods, just you and me, and I'm talking about testicles. Nothing wrong with that, son. I was like, yeah, there's plenty wrong with that. I tell you what, once I took your mom hunt, and we talked about testicles in the middle of the woods too. Just didn't work out because you came along. I was like, oh shit. She grew up in the. Of what? Yeah, I had an interesting grandpa. That's true. Now, if I try to tap my shoes and say there's no place like home, I'll probably get slapped in the back of my head. Take an Uber, dumbass. Take a fucking Uber, dude. Where are you like tapping your shoes? That shit doesn't go anywhere, dumbass. Here's my phone. Use the Uber. Fucking go. Gah. We have these bugs because my family comes from the north. In northern families, we have this tradition. We go steal fruit from other farms. That's basically how we say to each other that our fruit's good because we steal it during the night, right? Exactly. So there's this bug. Yeah, exactly. So there's this bug called the priest. That's a green bug that usually lives in grapes, right? Okay. So my mom and my grandma are doing the whole stealing fruit at 2 a.m. in the middle of the dark deal, right? And my grandma eats one of them bugs, okay? And she starts yelling, she ate a priest. She's just laughing and yelling that she ate a priest. Now, eating a priest, when you say I ate a priest, that's might be slang for I had sex with a priest. And this happened in 1960 something in the middle of a, village. So a person yelling at 3 a.m. that she ate a priest, people did take notice. Yep, they had fun with her. Yeah, they had fun with her at church. Yeah, because the priest actually came in church and he just started chuckling and turned to my grandma. Well, by the way, my name's Tom. We're on the first name basis since what happened last night. He was very embarrassed. Yeah, we don't really deal with we don't deal with embarrassment. We just go. But yeah, I mean, I tell you the first time I played Minecraft, I built a giant pink penis. It was fucking massive. You could see it from miles around. Holy shit. I think I dyed some wool. It took me a month to make that thing. And I was like, when I was done, I was like, what? No, it wasn't. Well, that's because someone. Oh yeah, but that wasn't my build. That was someone actually invented the flying penis. Okay. They made it with redstone. It was genius. No, mine did not move. It was just a giant monolith made out of pink wool. And then I torched it. I mean, I since you can't smell video games, but I'm pretty sure it smelled like burnt hair. Because it was a bunch of wool. Exactly. I even put a sign in front of here saying no crabs live here. Their home has been burnt. Exactly. If I have a problem with that, fuck you. Oh, sir, you shouldn't say that. That ain't proper. Well, fuck you too. I don't care about your properness. Exactly. Oh, it's not proper to tell me what's proper in my property. So get the fuck out. Oh, and fuck you. Respect my fucking authority. Oh, is it? Was it shitty? Wait, is it like a? Is it a brown pudding? It looks like a brown pudding. Yeah, yeah. When I was a kid, I played rugby for a while, which is like a European version of American football. And I had this coach that he's like he was very positive. His pep talks were amazing. He's like, okay, you won a match. No, I believe it. There was back in Shadowbringers, there was a hunt mark that was that exact monster you're fighting, and you would do these moves. One of them you had to be far, the other one had to be close with a ball. Do you are you saying that you wiped it? Oh, nice, nice. Because you know some of those guys are floaters. No, what if the canal's tainted? Oh, jeez. Oh. The the Ganges River. That's why they're all skinny. Oh, that I did not know. Because the fish were almost extinct. Yeah, true that. I know, right? Yeah, no country should be a colony of another country. That's just ain't right. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's their problem. No, no. There's a point where it stops being guidance and becomes tyranny. There is no situation in history, to the breadth and the span of human history, that a colonized country has not been abused in some way. I say that because we had plenty of colonies around the world. The last one was Timor and Macau. Yeah, I think that's how you say it in English. We turned them over in the year 2000. This is 26 years ago, and we abuse the shit out of them. Okay, even if we didn't want to, the fact that you're there, you're an invader. Period. There's no justification because if they squander their natural resources, they did it with their people, which means they're entitled to be dumbasses like we are, but with their own shit. The problem is when another country is taking their shit and then they're to add to that they're dumbasses, then uh, shit goes down that it shouldn't. If I make any sense, you should be able to fuck your country or unfuck it, but it's your country. See what I'm saying? Whatever you do in your land, that's with you. There's the colonial thing is just uncalled for. It's as bad as slavery, in my opinion, of course. I mean, if you ask the question to the countries that colonize other countries, would you like some foreign people to tell you what you should do in your own land? Answer is probably no. See what I'm saying? So you can't use double standards. If it's bad for you, it's bad for other people. And we should know it because they tried to invade us several times. Spain tried to take us over a couple times. We kicked their asses. Then the French came in. Their asses were ended to them in the silver platter, and which is a very small country. The entirety of the population of Portugal will fit on the metroplex of Dallas. We 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 thought no, they succeeded. The Romans succeeded, and then after the Romans, it was the Celts, and then after the Celts, it was the Moors, which are northern African ones. Yep, only about 800 years ago. Now the Mongols didn't make it. Yeah, we were the ones that fucked Japan. Yeah, we introduced firearms to Japan. Yeah, that's why they kicked us out. Yep, we were. Yeah, we were the first ones. We taught the Spanish how to sail. We also taught the British how to drink tea. They didn't know how to drink tea. So we're a very small country, but we had a big impact. And then all went to hell. Slavery, colonialism, you name it, we did everything. And Portugal was that. We did. We did. Yeah, we did at some point. What happened was we got together with the Spanish. This is why the Spanish landed on North America and we landed on South America. We literally divided the globe into two and we said the northern hemisphere is yours, the southern hemisphere is ours. That's why we went to Brazil and Japan and India and all that stuff. The queen for the Christopher Columbus thing, it was the king of Spain that paid for it. But he thought he discovered India. That's why he calls the natives Indians, because he thought he Christopher Columbus in all his dumbassery. One thing he got right: the world was round. So he calculated if he sailed west, he would eventually hit east. You know, he just didn't know there's a fucking continent on the other side. When he gets to North America, which by the way wasn't discovered by him, it was discovered by Leif Erikson, like you said the other day. He thought it was India. And they're like, no, no, sir, this is North America. It's like, fuck you. It's Indian. And you're Indian. All right? Now I'm going to give you syphilis. End of story. So he went around, gave everybody syphilis and shit, killed a bunch of natives, and went back to Spain and said, I discovered England. England, no. I discovered India. And they're like, dude, no, you didn't. I think he didn't. He made it back and then he died of. Yeah, I mean, I don't even. Every time people celebrated Columbus Day, I would laugh. It's like, dude, that guy was like a. He was like a serial killer. He wasn't even a serial killer. He was an ethnic cleanser. He killed thousands of people. Okay, he destroyed. I don't know how many communities in there. He's like fucking tired. I don't know how you celebrate a guy like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was all about the gold. This is a true story. We they teach this in school. Christopher Columbus was an asshole. Now it's you just dress like a teenager. Here's what you do. You don't say anything. When you leave the room, you slam the door and you listen to Linkin Park. And when you put mascara on, make sure it runs a little bit. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole teenager experience. And if someone harasses you, you have to go to the living room, be in front of your dad, and you say like, "Dad, that guy's talking to me, my God." That's it. Yeah, that's how you be a teenager. If you have a car, immediately crash it and blame it on someone else. If you don't like someone, crash it on a river and leave them inside and lock the doors. What the fuck happened to my game sound? God damn it. What the fuck, man? Yeah, there is no sound. Okay, it's back. Nice. Okay, guess who's back? Back again. Yeah, are you near the sea? Actually, one time, one time we were raiding, like a random raid, right? And then someone was like really pissed off. I don't know if they still use it, but back like 7 or 8 years ago, if you were being really pissy, we would just say, "You're salty." right? So one of my guys, the other guy just kept talking shit, and he turns to him like, dude, you better close your hand, you better close your legs, and he's like, why? Because there's salt coming out of your vagina. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, pretty much. It's just he was very annoying. We didn't pay attention to him for 40 minutes. Okay? Of those 40 minutes, 35 minutes he was fucking complaining. We get it. It's hard. Shut the hell up. You know what? I'm just going to put your comments in this little section I have on my brain. It's called I Don't Give a Fuck. And let's just move on. Alright? Just move the fuck on. Just do the raid. Shut the fuck up. And it's like, you guys can't replace me. Great. We immediately left the instance, kicked them out of the group, went and get someone else. It was just, Jesus Christ. And we're not elitists, okay? We don't, when we raided with random people, if they made a mistake, they made a mistake. I mean, nobody's perfect and shit, but you constantly complain about the damage and mechanic. And he was the one, but he was the one that kept dying. I was like, dude, okay, let's pause it and put a replay here. You're the one that dies there. Why are you're complaining about yourself? Okay? Just look in the mirror. See that person look back at you? That's the one that's dying on the mechanics. I don't know what you want from us. We can't pick you up on our laps. You gotta pull your weight, bro. We were farming ruby weapon. Yeah, it's like, look, man, I don't know if you noticed, but I ain't Catholic, so I don't do charity. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Look, I don't do alms. If you're asking for alms, you're fucked. You know, I'm poor. I need alms myself. Do you got any money? Can you give me a sandwich? I'm starving, man. I mean, I spent all my money on this. Yeah, and then I had a guy that's like, then there was the other tank that played with me is like, dude, my back hurts. And I was like, why? From carrying this motherfucker. I'm like, Jesus. We were just all in voice, just shooting the shit, you know. And we had this guy that he was like, he knew all the mechanics. He was the one that called out everything. Like, go here, go there. When the fight turns 5 minutes, he's gonna do this, and we need to be prepared and shit. But he had this really passive aggressive way, because he was like, I don't want to be rude to people openly, but I will tell you guys how I'm feeling. Yeah, it would be like the guy died and was like, motherfucker, how fucking stupid can you be? Holy shit, fire. Exactly, but he would say that in voice to us. The other guy wasn't in voice to us. When he typed to him, it was like, oh, I'm sorry I died. And he's like, it's cool. I was like, dude, why are you saying it's cool? You're just yelling. Exactly. I was like, why are you being nice? Because he's like, I can't handle confrontations. I can't say that to his face. And he's sitting in voice. He's just yelling at this dude. The dude doesn't know, right? Because he's not in voice with us. But he would just post the cutest things on chat. It's like, it's okay, buddy. We're all in here together. It's like, what a fucking loser. So, so we actually, we cleared it. And I'm like, hey, man, don't take this personally, but my healer has been bad mouthing you the entire fight. And he's like, what? Him? No, he's super nice. I was like, yeah, you can type nice. That don't mean he's nice. Okay, he would just send the messages all cutesy with the hearts and shit, but in voice, he was like, He's like, it's okay, buddy. Take my hand, and together we're gonna pass this fight. I was like, oh my god, dude, I'm diabetic. My, I'm a. You're being so fake sweet. I actually have my diabetes up there because I can't handle all the fucking sugar, dude. What the fuck? Stop it. Stop being nice. That's it. It's unbecoming. Okay, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Jesus knows you're fucking retarded, hypocrite motherfucker. He knows everything. Okay, even when you go to the bathroom with the hand lotion, he's watching that shit too. You think about that every time you do it. Jesus right there looking at you like, dude, do not slather that much or you're gonna punch yourself in the forehead. Because it's gonna slip at some point and you're just gonna punch yourself in the forehead. And then your mom's gonna find you in the bathroom, knocked out, with your right hand full of lotion, and you have a napkin on the other one, and your pants are down. How do you gonna explain that shit? What are you gonna say? You choked yourself out? Well, I was trying to shave my pubes, but it didn't work out. I don't know. I can't. There's no excuse for that. What are you doing in the bathroom floor, knocked out with your pants on your ankles? You got lotion on your right hand, a tissue on your left, and there's a mark of halfway lotion and red because you punched yourself in the forehead because it slipped because you used too much lotion because you're a dumbass. Okay, that is not okay, man. Satisfaction, exactly. Unless you turn on your stomach, then it's Black Hole Sun from yeah, he dropped the soap and somebody painted black. That's how it goes. It's just wrong, man. It's just wrong. True, true. I'm ter- I'm terrible at being serious. I can try and be serious, but it's not gonna work out. Mm. Yeah, I don't do serious. I mostly do sarcasm. Yeah, I'm all about the sarcasm. That's that's what I like. Exactly. Have you ever seen this show? I think so. I mean, I would be very interested in, oh, if I was like a waiter and shit, and you like said that to me, I was like, holy crap, she knows you're gonna have to kill her. It's like you're gonna have to kill her and hide the body. He's like, Pete, go get the fucking poison. This one knows. Yeah, just Give her the sauce. Give her the sauce. Give her the sauce. She wouldn't know. God. Like Pete comes out of the kitchen. How the fuck did she knows about cutlery? I don't know, but we're gonna have to kill her. Let's bring out the special sauce. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Gravedigger. Oh, really? I call them crazy coming. Who the fuck in their right mind decides to, okay, let's endure this for 8 hours a day. Okay. And, you know, people just come in there and be assholes and you just have to smile. Yeah, and you barely pay me to do that. Look, you're entitled to get what you paid for. Okay, yeah, good. Well, we don't, but if, look, I worked at KFC for a few years. I was the cook there. Okay, and there's some people, all right, that tested my patience as in the limits of intelligence. There's one guy, yeah, he comes in here and he says to me, dude, I would like chicken from the back part of the grill. Now, bear in mind that in KFC it's all deep fried, okay? Okay. But I don't really break character or am unpolite to people. What I do is I looked at the sign and was like, sir, it's called Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay. Now, I'll tell you in Portuguese, fried means, you know, fried. And I told him the Portuguese word. This thing is done like French fries, okay? Back of the grill is the same as the front of the grill. It's all the fucking same shit. Sir, another thing, you don't go to fast food and ask for the gourmet option. It's fucking fast food. Okay, if you want the gourmet option, you go to a gourmet restaurant. Okay, here we serve fried chicken, which might sound fancy. No, it's like, no, we had to trade it. Here we have really strict rules. Every day has to be changed. But it's still fast food, alright? It's still fast food. And I was like, exactly. And then, if you want fancy chicken, go to France, because at least the chicken there is French. But apart from that, it's all the fun. Yeah. Yeah, they don't call it chicken, they call it poulet, and poulet is much more classier than fucking chicken. But It's still fucking chicken, bro. What do you want, man? You are... Oh, excuse me, sir. I would like a poulet. You like to go fuck yourself. You will take chicken and you're gonna like it. Yeah, they're like, okay, we're just... Because every time a guy like that, they would always call me, oh, we're just gonna call you, just gonna call the cook and you could talk to him. And I'm like, I would come in there and obviously not very happy because if I'm in the kitchen, I'm not gonna be in the counter and like, I was like, dude, I mean, seriously, you come in here 15 minutes till closing time. Alright, and you're asking, I don't even know what the fuck you're asking. Back of the grilled chicken? Are you serious? And he's like, sir, you can't talk to me like that. Yeah, I fucking can. Okay, what are you gonna do? Yeah, because it's like, we do have this thing called the book. We have a red book that if people put a complaint there, we might get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, the customer is always right. But at some point, I actually told them, look, I get fired. I'm going to get fired, but you ain't talking to me like that. You understand me? So go fuck yourself. And like the manager's trying to pull me away from the counter, and I'm like, that is a lack of respect for people that work here. You know we're cleaning the restaurant, and you come in here 15 minutes to closing time, asking for some fucking chicken from the part of the grill that has been hand bred by two twin elves before this winter solstice. All right, we just want to go home, okay? I don't know if you know this, but restaurants, people have families. And it ain't you, okay? It's other people that we actually enjoy being around. Yeah, I mean, shit, man, I get it. Sensitivity. Exactly. Sensitivity training for me is like, I will shut the fuck up and that's as sensitive as I go. Okay? I will just work with my entire... Yeah, I will work my entire shift in quiet contemplation, and that's my gift to them. Because I will not say anything, okay? So there's the other side too. There's people that call me just to say that the chicken was delicious and all that stuff. But when you get assholes, you really get assholes. Because in KFC, you have to marinate the chicken in the morning. It's the cook that does that. And then you have to hand bread everything before you actually fry it, because that's not hand breaded. You know, it's just, you just get the meats. Okay, but you know, when you have an unreasonable request, you better not call me, because especially at 15 minutes of closing time, because I will not be in a good mood. Okay, if you're gonna ask me if is this chicken grass fed? I don't fucking know. Do chickens eat grass? There, yeah, there's like, you know what? They're probably smoking it. That's why they got caught and killed and here to eat. Because if they were sound minded, would have run when the guy came in to take them to KFC. I'm just saying, these are probably the ones that are drugged. These are the low life chickens. You know what I'm saying? The guys that smoke the dubs. Yeah, they're like, Oh, the butcher comes in and they're like, yeah, man, that's far out, bro. You better run. I'll stay here. And yeah, they're like, he's coming in with the cutler, like, that thing better not be for me. What the fuck? What does KFC mean? Oh, that means kits. What does KFC mean? That means kids for chickens. Yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't mean kids for chickens. Okay. Uh, One time I did convince my wife they banned KFC in Kentucky. She actually believed it. Yep, she was very pissed at me after that. But it was worth it. I mean, they banned it. Yeah, she was very gullible. God dang. It's like the kids got home and was like, what? They banned KFC in Kentucky? I was like, damn straight they did. It's too fatty for them. Yeah, don't you see that the restaurant here is called just fried chicken? They had to take the K out of the KFC. Now it's just FC. Kentucky will have no part on the heart disease. It is. Alcohol? Oh, okay. Not just in general. No, I mean, it does. It's true. I ate KFC every day for a year, and I didn't gain any weight. I actually lost. But that was the only meal I ate though. I usually chew it. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways, but I'm not crazy, so I just chew it. That's what I usually do. I mean, I'm sure that you can inhale it, maybe. I don't know. Okay, I usually don't have sex while I eat the chicken. It's just eat the chicken. I don't do people at the same time I eat chicken. It's just weird. I mean, the chicken might feel uncomfortable. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe the grease will help at some point. I don't know. But I never tried it. Because it'd be like, look, I like it crispy, and I'm like, I'm out. I'm out. I don't like it crispy. I'm out. I mean, yeah, and if it's too raw, then you'll get salmonella, and that's a problem. And I was like, okay, that was not for hand breading. I'm sorry, I put the flour in the wrong place. Evenly coated, yes. That's how you know he's a master chef. It's evenly coated. Oh, poor guy. He needs a wing because he's probably buried in ties at this point. Was there a beer called Tie Slapper? I think there's a beer called Tie Slapper. There you go. Eating KFC with Tie Slapper. That's actually pretty funny. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you can handle the pressure. You can't just barrel in there making puns about beer. Oh, I don't remember the fight. Yeah, you have to give it a shower. Maybe give it a. At the end, the microphone's just smoking a cigarette, thinking about life. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? You and your fucking water thingy. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. You got caught? By who? Oh no. Oh, you're talking about when he got sold out by Judas. Like a hand fasting. Oh yeah, you know that ceremony's still used, right? Yeah, there were. No, there weren't. Oh no. Sweden comes from. Oh yeah, that's. It's actually really beautiful. We should do that. You know, we should do that as a people. We should do that more often. We should. Everybody's dead. What the fuck? Yep, there were. Actually, we actually borrowed a lot of stuff from paganism. Our old Christmas thing, that was Saturnalia. It's, you know, we didn't invent it. Well, I say we as Christians. You know, if you're Christian, yeah, that was all borrowed. Well, yeah, the mastery has been a trait we acquired early on. Because, well, they were afraid of, because if Jesus needed to be viewed as a deity, right? And the way he was portrayed, yeah, but he was portrayed as a regular man by most of the Gospels, which were the ones that actually didn't get into the Bible. Yeah, he was a dude, carpenter, had a wife, did his thing. He just had the gift of speech. That's what he did. Yeah, and another thing. And there's a glaring problem with the whole Jesus situation. He wasn't white, okay? He was nowhere near white. All right, he was Middle Eastern, okay? Yeah, he was. Actually, I don't know, to be fair. He was Galilean. No, he was Middle Eastern. He was still Middle Eastern. Yeah. But, because it had to be like that. There was the people remember, this was a time that not many people had rights. Okay, first of all, women were below trash. Okay, they can say whatever they want, but if you look at the Bible objectively, it reflects that. All right, there's very few women in the Bible that are put into equal pedestal than men. Second of all, and this might be controversial, so I'm gonna say it once and I'll never discuss it again. I don't think that the Bible was written by God, nor it was dictated. Because if it was, it wouldn't be misogynistic. Okay? I think what happened is exactly what happened was a bunch of dudes got together and decided that was going to be it. It's also for the mortal sins. You know, suicide was not a mortal sin, right? Suicide was actually implemented as a mortal sin because people were killing themselves to get to the kingdom of God faster. And the church needed people that contributed to their churches and shit, right? For the system to work. Yeah, they needed money and all that stuff. And if people are waffing themselves to build the kingdom of God before they do their contribution, that's not right. So they added that later. That was not decided at the Council of Trent. Okay. Yeah, there's a whole thing that doesn't feel right. That's why I'm not a religious guy, because it's not a, yeah, I mean, each person is free. Oh shit. Yeah, she should totally do what she wants. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, I get it. It's not really. I don't think. I don't know. Which year were you born? Do you remember that? Do you remember which year you were born? Do you remember putting it down? It was like, I was born this. I don't know about you, but I like, as soon as I was born and asked for a paper, it was like, okay, this happened this day. I mean, shit, that's how you do it. It was 15 minutes to noon when I came in. I was like, excuse me. First of all, ma'am, two things. One, I need newspaper, and second, what's for lunch? They took this thing out of my belly button. Now I have to use my mouth to eat. Don't like it. It's cold out here. Alright, much better inside. Okay, it was a small house, but it was warm, shit. It's 2026, correct. So you were born in 91? Wait, no. No, that would make you 36. So you'll be 36 in July. I don't know. Have you ever heard? It's like sands through the hourglass. It's all good. It's just 2 more years. Does it? Imagine when you get into retirement, you still think you have 2 years to go, but then, boom, you're retired. Shit, that would be awesome, actually. It's like, how old are you? 76. I think I'm good enough for retirement. When my mom told me she was going to retire, I was like, that's impossible. They haven't invented retirement yet when you were young. You have. Yeah, I was like, it's my grandfather's problem. If he was the one answering, like, is your ball sack all fucked up? No? Then you can't retire just yet. He had this weird. His conversations, man, it's like his comparisons, metaphors are fucked up. It's like, what if you're a girl? You don't retire ever. You just. He's like, one time well, this kind of, it's halfway a joke and it's halfway a true story. One time my grandma asked him, she wanted to catch more sun, all right? And he looked to the ceiling and is like, well, I can install a window on the kitchen for you so you can grab more sun when you do my sandwiches and bring me my beer. She about to beat him up with. So she can catch more sun. That's where she belongs. Well, remember, this was in 19. Hold up. Yeah, that's very insulting. My mom was born in 1949. They had this conversation. Yeah, it was a long way back. No, she wasn't born yet. It was 1929, maybe. It was like 20 years before she was born. That's when he said that to her. Remember, this guy saw the advent of cars. Okay, when he was young, he used to go get my grandma in a horse. All right. Yeah, we have a park here. 1911. No, I think the first one showed up in 1886. They called them motorized chariots. Yeah, there was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. That was what it was. That was what it was, yeah. Oh, did you know that Ford had a picture of Hitler in his office? You didn't know that? No, no, that's not socialism. That's, I mean, that's the only way you make money. I mean, I'm not defending him, of course, because he was a fucking monster, but that is the only way to make money. You have to steal from your employees, which is fucking sad. I mean, the whole thing of if you work hard. Well, yeah, yeah, it's just sad. Hold on, hold on. I'm actually, I can actually calculate my actual worth in money. How much is pork meat by the pound? Okay, $9 per pound. I'm 185 pounds. Shit, I need a calculator. Wait, yeah. I need 90, 900, $950. That's my worth. This pork meat's $9 a pound. I'm at 185. Yeah, yeah, that's it. No, no, that's, I don't have any other meat. It's pork meat. Or as my mom used to say, well, marriage is an unfair deal because for you to get the sausage, you have to buy the full pig. That's fair. That was in her wedding vows, by the way. My stepdad, my stepdad just said facts. Yeah. No, no. It's boys are pigs and women are cows. That's how it works. Yeah, it is for both. That's old. That's old country thinking. It's hilarious now, but shit. Remember, this is the time. Well, not with. And that's not the worst part. Jesus. Is it really fair though? Yeah, but that's how people used to think. That's the thing. Well, it's not just that. It's the whole script. Because people, well, nowadays a little bit too. People expect that you do certain things with your life when you start growing up, right? You finish school, then you have to go to college. And then after college, if you're a boy, you get a big job, big money, right? If you're a girl, you're supposed to settle down and have kids and become a housewife. Where's the fucking justice in that? I mean, why? You telling me there isn't women that are equally or more intelligent than a man? Is that what you're telling me? Or is their duty to mankind is just procreate? That doesn't seem to be right. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, this is. Yeah, but there's a problem with that whole philosophy. Usually what happens is when you give total control to men, what happens is they start beating their wives out. They cheat on them with, you know, other women. And they still have to shut up and be grateful. Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, that's really fucked up. That's what I'm saying. We just yeah, but that's the thing. We just missed out on so many assets. Women as a whole are, well, for one, you guys are more intelligent than we are. I mean, that's no doubt. We can't multitask for shit. You guys can. Okay? Your organization skill and you mature mentally much faster than men. I mean, you guys were made to lead, we were made to follow. We are made to build roads. You guys are made to tell us where to build those roads. That's how it works. Yep. Not the dominant gender, that doesn't exist. That's fucked up. Well, yeah, because remember there was that choice of it. And there was the whole oof. Mm-hmm. That's a horrible way to go. I personally, I personally, I personally am pleasantly surprised because you're not ultra religious. That's great. Because usually I have to be very careful around people from America because they have that whole thing. It's great that you have an open mind. Second, I think religion as a whole, because we can punch holes in the whole religion thing. It's easy, you know. Problem is, people choose to believe what they want to believe. You can come in here with facts. You can, uh, we can't, but imagine, hypothetically speaking, that you could objectively prove, without a shadow of a doubt, that everything that the Roman Catholic Church thought was a lie. All right, you can prove that. This is hypothetical, of course, and still, I can bet pretty much the entirety of the money I will ever win until I die that people would not care. Why? Because they just choose to believe in what they want to believe. Because religion is one of those things that logic does not factor in. As soon as people make their minds about one thing, that's it. It's done. They're not gonna. They'll never change it. Yeah, they will never change. It's a moot point. That's why I don't discuss that, because it's a moot point. It's just people just don't care. They will never care. Yeah, yeah, Pretty much, yeah. It was the guys from the Nicene Council. That's who they were. They were religious leaders of the. Because it was more convenient this way. It was. At this point, they needed something to grow their religion, and that was a helpful tool. That's all there was. I mean, you can't pretend that's. If they didn't write him as the Son of God, their religion would have been just the same as any other religion. So when you rewrite the character as the Son of God, the presence on earth, that legitimizes that religion as being a real thing. It's no coincidence that the Catholic religion is 1 billion strong. On the other hand, the Muslim religion is the same 1 billion strong, and they have pretty much the same precepts. And there's extremists on both sides, not just the Muslim side, but the Catholic side as well. Those are the guys that are in the wrong. Because basically, religion just teaches one thing. Do to other people what you would like to be done to you. Just don't be a dick. That's pretty much what the 10 Commandments say, okay? Don't be a dick. Don't murder people. Exactly. But if you think about it, that's not really a religion, that's just common sense. Just be a good person. Now it's more like, they're because they like to control people. It's a matter of control. It's always been control with us. And now it's money. First it was control, now it's money. Every war that has ever been fought in history, human history, has always been with economical motivations behind it. They don't liberate countries, they just take resources. That's pretty much what it is. And the problem is, some countries that are ultra-religious use religion as a form of control. We don't want that. That's why the religion was separated from state, because it was getting too ridiculous. If a pope can decide the fate of kingdoms, back when it was their prerogative, then you're putting too much power on the hands of a single person. It's proven us as, human beings are corrupt by nature. And power corrupts. Absolute power absolutely corrupts. So, we're not to be trusted by ourselves. There's always has to be other people with you in that position of power. But when the Catholic Church reigned supreme, there wasn't a distinction. That's why we came across the separation of church and state. You can't really rule if you're a religious extremist, because your mind is not going to be objective. But unfortunately, that still happens in some countries, that you have to be a Catholic or a Christian or whatever to, for instance, run to public office. You have to have the perfect family and whatnot. And we all know that there is no such thing as a perfect family. There's just dysfunctionality on families that'll work for everybody. That's pretty much it. But that's just, this is the tip of the iceberg. There's plenty of more sadness where that comes from. It's just, people just like conflict. We will always be at odds with each other because that's just who we are. And religion is kind of something we invented to reach a middle term. Observe the religious holidays. Don't kill a person that has her back to you, because that just makes you a bad person according to the religion you're inserted in. See what I'm saying? That's just a form of control. In fact, if you really want to be logic about it, we have no conclusive evidence that the afterlife exists, right? So, logically speaking, and of course I'm going on a very extreme tangent, but I think it's necessary to drive my point, is if you think about it, maybe Hitler did nothing wrong, because there is no God or right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? He just did what he thought he was right. But we all know that's not true. You know what I'm saying? What he did was objectively monstrous and morally wrong. Okay, but religion shouldn't be a factor in that, because if you're not a good person, you're a bad person. It doesn't matter if you're an atheist, a Catholic, or a Muslim. That's pretty much it. And people just don't understand that. It's very annoying. He was a monster. People that imprison other people are also monsters. That's what it is. Yeah. By the time he was done, 11 million Jews were dead. Okay? 11 million people lost their lives to the Nazi party. That is a small country. Regardless of what his point was, it doesn't excuse just a mass murder. Just take religion out of it. He murdered 11 million people. Yeah, I'm actually... Yeah, I actually trained with the guy that's Ukrainian, and he came from over there with his family, and he tells a lot of horror stories. No. Oh, they're not gonna. Yeah. Yeah, but exactly. That's just, you know, that's... Well, it's our job to stop them. Yeah, true that. Fortunately for Putin, that shit's not gonna work out. He doesn't have the same power that the German had at the time that he did. Well, they didn't decide to do shit. This was Hitler. At the time that Hitler started the Third Reich, they're not as strong. Relatively speaking, Russia is not as strong as Germany was when World War II started. And I think he's just fooling himself. You might huff and puff and shit, but when it comes down to it, he doesn't really have the strength to do shit because most of his gear, most of his military has been outdated. They have T-72s from the 80s, okay? They have a lot of them, but they're still fucking 40 years old. That's shit. There's adults now that weren't alive in the 80s, okay? All right, that's just how it is. It's hilarious. So, because we can't do that, not yet. Because we have to observe the rules, and he does not. So he appears he has the upper hand, but we're just waiting for him to do something that springs everybody else into motion. The problem is he doesn't understand is if he breaks a rule that we are forced to act, it's not just going to be the European Union and it's the rest of the world against Russia. Okay, it's not just a handful of countries; it's everybody. There's 7 billion people on this planet. If you put even a seventh of that, he's done. So the only thing that's really sad is the loss of life that happens until we decide that this is over. There's entire football teams that have been extinguished because all of the players recruited them went in to try and help them, and they died like immediately. Like 2 weeks later, they were all dead because they weren't soldiers. Yeah, and that's pretty much the truth about it. Yeah, it's the only people that are actually getting shafted by this situation are the Ukrainians, because they continue to die while we do nothing. Yeah, I mean, thousands. Yep, it's true. Holy shit, where the fuck do I get this? Oh, shit. And now I need 600. Okay. Alright. I think I'm on the last 600 crystal paste thing. After this, I complete the step, but it is time for me to go to bed. I can't. It's almost 5 a.m. I'm very sleepy. It's 4:22 a.m. Yeah. I have to sleep because I'm an old man, and if I don't sleep 12 hours a day, I'm super old. I know it hasn't happened yet, but what are you talking about? You're like 7 years younger than I am. Let's put it this way. When I die, when I die, we can't be in different decades. It's 2026. I can't really escape it. I can't be in 2026, and you can't be in 2016. Okay, that's that's not how it works. No, you were born in the 90s. True. Okay. I just figured something out. Oh, I'm just playing. I don't consider myself old. I yes, I was. No, no, I don't feel old yet. I I haven't changed. Well, men don't really grow up after 12, but I really haven't changed. It's just, you know how they say, like, when you get older, you get wiser? Yeah, that's not true. You don't get wiser, you just. Fuck.
That doesn't make
It's a good way of putting it. We don't really grow up. I feel like I haven't grown up since I was 20. I don't really change. I don't know how to explain it. Millennials are. We don't. I am. I'm. We don't. Millennials. Yeah. We don't really. We, how do I say it? Gen Zs look older than we are. Like, kids nowadays with 21, 22, they have so much makeup, they look older than we do. I really can't stress enough how many times I laugh just looking at a younger girl or a younger guy. They're just, oh my goodness, look, you look like you're in your 30s and you're 19. What? What the fuck? I mean, I don't really want to talk to people, but I kind of have to because it's my job. But yeah, that's what I see. I don't really. I mean, there's guys on my gym. There's a 67-year-old man that does muscle ups. Okay, he has his abs are fucking defined. That shit has veins in it, and he's like 67. You look at him, you don't give him more than 52 or 53. I'm serious. It's just, age is kind of a number. Well, it's not really. What I'm trying to say is, if you get too worried about shit, you get old. If you don't get too worried about shit, you don't really age. It's like, oh, there's a flood in the city. It's fine. You'll dry up eventually. It's it. It's easy. There's things that I'm gonna worry more, but like when my mom passes away and whatnot, that's gonna be a tough time for me. But that's just life. That's what I'm trying to say. It is. It is. It's gonna be, but I'm already prepared for that because I know that's the natural thing. Because my no, that's why I'm prepared for. That's what I'm prepared for. I'm prepared for not being prepared. That's what I'm saying. It's just well, I don't. Yeah, I don't know about her, but she'll probably live until she's 100. She already has the bionic legs, and she has the bionic legs. She already broke 2 hips and shit. Yeah, you. No, she doesn't.